Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video in SQL Server. Today we are going to learn about what is a view in SQL Server and what is an indexed view and schema bounding in the view. So basically a view is a virtual table in SQL Server that can be created based on the result set of a select statement, and it can behave like a table, but it doesn't store any data on its own. Instead, it can use the query definition, and whenever the view is queried, the underlying select statement will be executed, and the retrieved result set will be displayed for you as a table. So there are different types of views in SQL Server that are simple views, complex, and indexed views. So simple view is just you can join multiple tables and restrict certain columns to select particular columns as a table. So an complex view is nothing but which contains certain group by having and other filtering distinct conditions in your views. So indexed views are one that that will be stored physically in your disk, but it can give an improved performance for your views. These indexed views are basically used for frequently accessed and highly complex queries. So there are certain other uses for views in SQL that are you can simplify the logics. So when you are going to execute some complex logics, you can write certain logic into a view, and you can use those logics for your complex logic. So this can allows you to simplify your query and enhance your maintainability and readability of your code. And also comparing to the security, you can just provide access for certain columns and certain rows from the table regardless of providing the entire access for the table for your users. So this is an additional layer of security for your database. And also for the data abstraction, when you use a view, it can hide the complexity of the underlying data, and it can be used to simplify the logics for your application or for the end users. So also the reusability of the code. So once you create a view based on certain logics, you can use those views in n number of your queries to access it. The main thing, the views are virtual tables that will not occur any space in your database. It will be just referring on top of the query. Whenever the view is called, the query will be executed and the result set will be shown, and you can use those views result set for other operations as well. So let us see the brief example for views inside the SSMS. So here I have connected to my SSMS. I am under the training DB. So under this, let me expand this. So let me select a table first. Let me drag this employees table over here. So let me execute this select statement. You can see in this employees table I have employee ID, employee name, department ID, and their respective salary. So that there are totally 8 records in this table. Let us see the department table, which is also available for us here. So rather than creating a new table, let us use these tables to perform the view operations. So I have 2 tables. So whenever you want to find the employees along with their department name, you just need to use the select statement, and you will refer the employee table. Let us take this as E, and you will perform a join operation to the department table. Let us take this as D, and need to provide the join condition, join based on this department ID. So after this, you are going to filter the employee name, employee name along with the department name. So whenever you want to use this, you are just going to write these statements again and again for your logics. So instead of using again and again these queries, you can just create a view and put all these queries inside that view. Whenever you need these logic, you can refer that view and call it in your queries. So let us create a view. You can use the create view command to create a view. So we can use vw as a prefix for views. We can give employee department names. So this is our view. So inside this you can provide as, and you can enclose everything inside a settler bracket. And now here our view is ready. Let us execute this. Now the view got created. So you can now just query this with a basic select query. Select star from. Without providing the table name, you can provide this view name, which contains the information from the employee table and the department table. So now, without using these complex logics, you can just provide the view name and access these result set in your queries. And also you can also provide some logics like grouping, aggregation, and filtering the values. Let me provide only top 5 employees over here. So you can create a view using the create view command. Also you can alter the views using the alter command. So I have provided alter view. Select top 5 employees from this employee and department table. So now the command got executed successfully. Now let us see, only top 5 employees will be returned for me through this view. So this view does not acquire any space for me in this database. It just refers to the data available in the employees and the department table. So let me create another view which can perform certain aggregation functions. So view employee count in department. So let me provide as. So inside this, let me give select start from the employees table and join with this department table. So here I need to group the value, group by the department ID. So now I have grouped the value based on the department ID. So let us just select this. So we need to provide any aggregation function. So let me provide the count of the employees. So count of the employees. So we can select the e.employee ID over here. Let me copy this and paste it here. And now let me execute this. So we need to provide based on which table. So you can see, you can also provide the department ID over here, d.department ID. Let me copy this and paste it here along with the department name. Let me copy this name and paste it here. So now we can see so we need to provide the department name along with this department ID to include in this select statement. So now let me execute this. So let us provide a valid name for this column as employee count. So this can be used to create an aggregated view for me. So let me execute this. As usual, we can select this view with our select statement. Select start from this view and let us execute this view. So now you can see that I got the department ID, department name along with the employee count. So we can perform aggregation and group by logics inside views. There is also schema binding in views. What is schema binding in SQL Server? So while we refer to this employee table and department table, that it is just a reference for this view, then the data will underlay and stay inside the employees and the department tables. What if I am going to alter the table and or else I am going to drop the table, then this view will get affected. So let's say for example I am going to drop the department ID column or department name column from this department table. So this will affect my view. So there is no department name. So this view will run into an error that the table department doesn't contain department name. So to avoid this and perform the data integrity, you can perform schema binding inside your view. This schema binding is helpful for you that if you need to delete or alter any underlying data inside the tables which are referred in the view, you need to first delete the view before modifying the table. Otherwise, the SQL Server does not allows it to be modified. So let us see how to create a view with schema binding. So let me provide create view, give a view name, view employees, and provide the as command. Inside this, let me provide the select statement. Here I am going to select everything from both of this table. So to create a schema binded view, we need to specify that with schema binding. So now let us just create this view. So we need to specify the column name. Let me first copy the command from here. So let us select the employee ID, employee name, and the department name. So let us copy this, paste it here, and let us execute this view now. So you can see the view got created. This will returns the same result as of our first view, which is the employee ID, employee name along with the department name. So let me execute this. Now you can see this got created. So when I going to drop the employee name column from the employees table. Let me provide the alter command, alter table, employee. Let me provide the table name, drop column. I need to provide the column name. So let me copy this employee name and provide here. So when I try to execute this statement, it shows that the object view employees is dependent on the column employee name. So alter table drop column employee name failed because one or more object access this column. So this specifies that the view that I have created, the employees view, is dependent on this employees table. So there is a binding between the employees table and the view that I have created. So if I need to alter this table to drop this column, first I need to drop this view before modifying this employees table. So this can avoid the data got dropped in tables, and this can helps us to prevent the data integrity in our database. So what is an indexed view? So indexed views are highly useful when the query the result set is a complex one and we need to access it again and again frequently. So let me provide an indexed view. So to create that indexed view, let me copy this view and paste it here. Here let me change the name, employee with index. So to create an indexed view, it is a prerequisite to add schema binding. So if you need to create an indexed view, you must need to provide the schema binding. So now let's create an index for this view. So before creating this, let us change few things. Let's provide, remove this ID column. Let us give this as count big of, provide all the entire rows inside this, and you can give create or alter in any view that you are going to create. So this can be used whenever you want to alter the view. So now let's go ahead and create a index for this view. Let me provide that create index command. So you need to provide which index you are going to create. So you need to clearly specify what type of index you are going to create for this view. So I am going to give the unique clustered index. So if you are not aware about what is index, let me provide another video separately on the index topic. So as for now, let us provide a name for this index. So we can provide this view name along with the column which we are going to provide the index. So this is a naming convention for the index. You can provide the ix and the table or view that you are going to refer and the column name. You need to provide the on condition, and here you need to provide the view, and inside you are going to provide the column which you are going to assign the index. So now let's first create this view, and again we can create this index. So now the index got created. Let us just use the select statement to retrieve the query from this view. So now you can see we just created a view and created an index for the view. So to create an indexed view, the schema binding is a prerequisite before creating this. I hope you have understood what is views and how we can use views in SQL Server, and how we can perform certain logics, and how we can perform the data integrity using the views. So let me provide the GitHub link in the description where you can find the solution, also few exercises. Please subscribe to the channel and watch all the videos in the SQL Server playlist. Thank you for watching.